Hi, my name is Pierre Nguyen. I'm running for Austin City Council District 7. Being from New York, I've seen some similar initiatives. My concern is, like most growing cities, is sometimes when they're building these reforms, it's not rooted in true solutions that will resolve the challenges that we have, but create more challenges and actually displace individuals and the individuals that don't have the money or the ability to be as upwardly mobile. As someone that has worked for a nonprofit focused on workforce development and also focused on communities that are marginalized and vulnerable, I've seen how the city has not been successful in ways of uplifting those communities. So I have a lot of concerns around the way that we've been moving. I have criticism about the fact that we're moving fairly quickly, a little too quickly. And as someone that's deployed to disasters all across the country, from Superstorm Sandy to Hurricane Harvey to Baton Rouge and Detroit, I've seen different cities and how different cities have had challenges with preventing flooding and preventing some of these severe events that we're already experiencing here in Austin. I think it depends on what community you're in. Some of the things that I think it doesn't account for, like I had talked about before in terms of marginalized and vulnerable communities, is our aging community. We have a growing community of seniors here that are still driving, and when you narrow the roads to where it's uncomfortable for seniors to be able to drive, it can actually be more dangerous. I always come from a lens of safety first, right? And I think sometimes when it comes to progress, we kind of push safety aside. And so, as an avid biker myself, being from New York, having lived in Boston, Atlanta, and other major cities, I've appreciated the bike lanes and the transit systems. But I always want to think about, and I want to encourage people to think about, what about the other people that are also living in the city with us? So, as someone who's worked at a nonprofit for the last 6 years here, I've had a lot of interactions with our unhoused neighbors. And what I would say is it's a very complex issue. I've been one of the candidates that has been out there in some of those unhoused communities, trying to understand things at the ground level, because I truly believe that for us to set policies that are rooted in real solutions, we have to keep our ears to the ground. What I would say is that one of the biggest issues that I see, not only with our unhoused community, but with some of our other communities here in Austin, is that mental health has continually become a challenge. And mental health resources are few and far between. I would say the same thing of homeless services as well. I think focusing on systems and services that are rooted in actual solutions would be beneficial. I have a 6 point priority plan on my website that would kind of go through some of the things that I propose for that. I think homelessness and mental health fall hand in hand. And so one of the things that I really want to propose moving forward here is a crisis intervention team, something separate from our current response model, where if you're calling 911 and you hear, do you need police, fire, EMS, or mental health? When you call for mental health, it's not a mental health officer, a police officer that's trained in mental health, but it's going to be a team of crisis intervention specialists, including mental health professionals, physicians, and those that are more trained in their profession to deal with mental health crises.